everybody, welcome back to Brazilian Portuguese for Beginners. I hope you are doing well and you are advancing with your Portuguese. So let's have a look at our next top question. So shall we start? Okay, so here we have the verb to be, translated as ser, and estar. Estar. We know star. Star is the temporary one. It can change very quickly. And now we are going to learn also ser, which can be permanent or lasting for a long time, okay? A long period. So first of all, let's see some examples here and try to understand each of them. So the first one here, let's start with this one. Sou feliz. Sou feliz. So that's saying I am happy, literally, yeah? But it means I am a happy person. So in my life, in general, I am a happy person. I'm not talking about today. Today I can be a bit upset, something happened, but in general, in my life, eu sou feliz. I am a happy person, okay? Oh, here we have estou muito feliz hoje. Estou muito feliz hoje. I am very happy today. Yeah? Even if I don't say the word hoje, if I say estou muito feliz, it means right now, at this moment, so it can change very quickly. Different from sou feliz, which is in my life, I am a happy person. Okay? Now, the second one here, sou da Inglaterra. I am from England. That means origin, where you come from. So it is permanent, it's not going to change ever. You can get another nationality, you can move abroad, but you are from a country. So that's what telling us there. So you need to use ser because it is permanent. Okay? Sou da Inglaterra. I would say sou do Brasil. Now, here, estou na Inglaterra. Estou na Inglaterra. I am in England. So at the moment, I am in England. It could be for a long time, but this is my plan. But it can change in a fraction of a second, very, very quickly. I may just decide to get my passport, get some money, and go somewhere else. But this is permanent. I am from a place. Yeah? In here, I am in that place. Okay? I hope you can see the difference. So Ana é bonita. Ana is beautiful. Ana is a beautiful girl. I'm talking about my opinion about her, about something. She may not be looking the best today, but I'm saying that she is a beautiful girl. Yeah? So that's why we need to use the verb ser. But in here, we are saying Ana está bonita. Ana is looking beautiful. She may be ugly, but she is looking good that day. So it's not about her being beautiful or not. She's at the moment she's looking nice. Okay? We use a lot when you're talking about someone's new makeup, a new dress, new hairstyle. You can say, wow, you are looking good today. So, você está bonito, você está bonita. Okay? It is temporary. It's at that moment of speaking. It can change later on. They drink a bit more. They are not looking that good. All right? Clear? I hope so. We are going to do some exercise and try to see if you understood. But I warn you that even my advanced students, sometimes they struggle when it comes to ser and star. And even Brazilians, sometimes it's difficult to explain why we use the one or not and not the other. Okay? But most of the time it will be very clear. So let's do some exercise. All right? Let's see how we conjugate the verb ser in the present tense. Okay, so we have here verbo, verb, ser, conjugação, conjugation. So let's have a look at the whole thing first, and then we see how we say them and what they mean, all right? So, the first person here, eu, okay? Sou, eu sou, eu sou, I am. The same as when we did with the verb estar. In English, it translates the same. I am, you are, he is, etc. The difference, this is the long-term one, or in some situations, the permanent one, okay? The star is the temporary one, all right? Clear? We are going to do some exercises and you are going to understand it better. So, eu sou, você é, ele é, ela é. Remember, wherever the verb is, você, ele, ela, the verb always looks the same, okay? Nós somos, nós somos, we are. And because I forgot, você é, you are, ele é, he is, ela é, she is, okay? We are, nós somos. You guys are, vocês são, são. It's another nasal one here, okay? It's another nasal sound. Vocês são. Eles são. Elas são. Yeah? So again, it's always looks the same for vocês, eles, elas. Yeah? So we have the whole to be here, the permanent or the long-term one. Sou, é, somos, são. Okay? Now we are going to do some exercise. So we have here, complete com ser ou estar. So complete with ser or estar. So let's do it and let's try to understand why it is one that we should use or the other. Okay? So we have here, eu da Inglaterra. Eu da Inglaterra. I am from England. If you said so, that's correct. It's permanent. It's not going to change. If you are from a country, you are from that country, full stop. Okay? Paula inglesa. Paula is English. Paula é. Again, she is English. It's not going to change. It's permanent, so has to be ser. Alright? Nós, estudantes de português. Nós, estudantes de português. We are students of Portuguese. Nós, if you said estamos, you are wrong. It is nós somos. We are. It's a long-term situation. Once you start studying Portuguese with me, it is forever. Okay? No, the idea here is when you are a child, you start school, and it's going to take many years before you graduate. Yeah? So it's a long-term situation. If we were saying we are studying, which is the continuous tense, then that would mean right now. Could mean right now. But in here, it is a long-term situation. We are students of Portuguese. Alright? Fernando, meu amigo. Fernando is my friend. Fernando é meu amigo. He has always been my friend, and I hope he's going to be my friend forever. It's a long-term situation. Okay? Now, ele triste. Ele triste. Triste. He is upset. Ele está triste. Now that's temporary. We are talking about right now. He is upset. Something happened. He is upset with that situation. If we were saying he's a sad person, then it would be é, because he is a sad person, is a long-term permanent situation. Ele é triste. But if he became upset with something, he's upset right now, it is está. It's a change of circumstances. Yeah? Before he wasn't, but now ele está triste. Okay? Could be happy, feliz. Fátima feia, mas hoje bonita. Fátima feia, mas hoje bonita. Fatima is ugly, or Fatima, if you prefer, is ugly, but today she is looking good. All right? So Fatima is my sister's name, at least. So Fatima is ugly, so that is a permanent state. I'm saying to you that she's an ugly person. Sorry, Fatima. Fatima is a long term, is my opinion about her, actually. Yeah, someone may find her gorgeous. Okay, but I'm saying Fatima é feia. She is ugly. But today she is looking good. Today, yeah? Ela está bonita. Hoje ela está bonita. Remember, the idea here is someone put a new dress or new hair and say, wow, you look good. So you say, você está bonito, você está bonita, etc. Fernando, rico. Fernando is rich. Fernando, rico. Fernando é rico. He has always been rich, and we hope he'll be rich forever. So it's a long-term situation or even permanent, okay? Hopefully. But if on Friday Fernando was poor, he played the lottery, and we are giving the news, Fernando is rich now, we would say Fernando está rico. So we are giving the news to someone about the change of circumstances. Clear? I hope you got the idea here. Even my more advanced students, they sometimes struggle with ser and star. So if you start getting the idea of which one you should use, that's a good sign. All right? Clear? So let's move on and let's see what we have next. So we are going to be talking about how to ask and answer age, a different question, a second question. So then you have an option which one to use. And also we are going to be able to ask people where do they come from, where they are from, and be able to reply to that question. So shall we start? We have here perguntando a idade 2. Perguntando a idade 2. So asking the age, second part. We learned this question here. Quantos anos você tem? Quantos anos você tem? I hope you know that by heart now. So how many years you have? How old are you? So let's try once again. Quantos anos você tem? And you know you could answer that in different ways. You could just say your age. Like me, 54. You could say 54 anos de idade, of age. You could say tenho 54 anos. You could say eu tenho 54. And you could go on, anos. So there are different ways to reply whenever someone asks you the question. But now, asking about someone else is the same. Quantos anos ele tem? Quantos anos Pedro tem? And about a girl, quantos anos ela tem? Quantos anos Ana tem? How old is Ana? How old is Pedro? So remember, whenever someone says quantos anos você tem, you have to change for eu tenho. I am. But when we say quantos anos ele tem, the person ele goes here and the verb stays the same. So quantos anos ele tem? Ele tem 20 anos. Quantos anos ela tem? Ela tem 30 anos. So we take from here to give out the answer because this verb is the same and the person is the same. The person is the same. All right? Now, instead of asking someone quantos anos você tem, we can ask them qual. Qual é, qual é a, qual é a sua, qual é a sua idade? Qual é a sua idade? What is your age? Qual é a sua idade? Say it. Okay, so here, first of all, some people may make a liaison here and they say qual é? Qual é? A bit of colloquial. When you say the separate, remember L sounds like U. So qual é? But if they say qual é, it's the same. And some people may drop the A here because it's not compulsory, it's just optional. Okay? So qual é sua idade? Qual é sua idade? Okay? So there are different ways of asking depending how or where you are in Brazil. Okay? To answer that question, qual é a sua idade? We have minha idade é and the number. My age is and the number. Alright? Or you could say eu tenho 30 anos. Okay, so you can mix and match whatever the question is. You can give the answer you prefer. And the same with the question. You now have two options. You choose the one it's easier for you to remember, it's easier for you to say. Just be prepared because not everywhere in Brazil or not everybody is going to ask you in the same way. Okay? So we have quantos anos você tem? Qual é a sua idade? Now, before you move on, this word here, qual, it actually means which one, and the plural which ones. But in here, it translates as what is your age, because we cannot say which one is your age. But supposing you are on a street and your friend has a car parked there, and you want to know which one is it's his car, you can ask start with qual. Qual é? Car is masculine, so it's not a sua. Qual é o seu carro? And that will translate as which one is your car? The same with house. Which one is your house? Now we are going to be using a sua. Qual é a sua casa? Alright? Clear? But in here, and some questions we are going to learn after this, qual is equivalent to what? What is your blah blah blah? It doesn't mean what. We are going to learn the word what later on, but it's equivalent in here. Clear? Right? So let's go there, and we have here our next topic, which is de onde você é. De onde você é. From where you are. Where are you from? Okay? De onde você é? 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 Okay? So, depending how fast someone says, is going to be a bit harder to understand, so you have to practice some ways so you can be familiar with them. So, G, remember I say G because I'm from São Paulo, Rio, a few places in Brazil, we say G instead of D. But you can also hear in the Northeast, de onde. De onde você é? And because people make a liaison here, and they drop the E, that could sound as well as donde. Donde você é? Or, if they say the D, donde. Donde você é? Donde você é? Of course, I say, and I prefer to say, de onde. Although I say it fast. De onde você é? De onde você é? Okay? Now you can go back and practice a little bit if you want. But that question, de onde você é, will require the answer, eu sou de. Eu sou de. So look at here, because it's about origin, nationality is the ser permanent. And it's the same here. I'm saying I am from. Eu sou de. Okay? Now, let's suppose when someone asks you that question, de onde você é? You choose to give the city where you come from. Cities in Portuguese, in Brazil, Portugal, etc., they are mostly neutral. Yeah, they don't have gender. They are not masculine or feminine, mostly. Okay? So that means they don't have the article in front of them. We don't have o or a. It's just the city. For example, I'll tell you São Paulo. All right? That's in that situation when I say I am from São Paulo, I say eu sou de São Paulo. As simple as that. Now, cities out of Brazil and Portugal and the Portuguese-speaking countries, they will be neutral. Okay? So if you are from London, like for example, Manchester or Liverpool or any city in the world, you are going to be saying eu sou de and your city. All right? Now, clear? Also, it also may happen with countries. Some countries may be neutral. You have to have in mind that we will have one or another city which may be masculine or feminine. But when that comes up, you will learn. Yeah? We are going to see one in our lesson, and then you see what happens with it. All right? So we have here eu sou de, and the city or the country if it is neutral. Now, if the place, let's say we're talking about countries, or if the city is masculine or feminine, we are going to have to combine the plus the articles, and we will make up a new word. Okay? Let's see here an example. Oh, that's the neutral one. So let's see the example with the neutral. Eu sou de Portugal. Eu sou de Portugal. So Portugal is neutral. Okay? So we don't have da, we don't have do here. It's de or de. Eu sou de Portugal. And seeing AL, so you wouldn't be able to guess, but now you know. And then, as we are talking about Portugal, we have Brazil. Brazil ends in IL. We are going to see Brazil in a second because it's not here. Now, eu sou de Portugal, country. Eu sou de Londres, city. Eu sou de Miami. Okay? So G. They don't have O or A in front of them. If the place is feminine, D plus A will become da. Eu sou da Inglaterra. Eu sou da Inglaterra. We saw this phrase before. So I am from England. So we have de from plus the England. Yeah? And combined and made a new word. So that's how we should say. You shouldn't say eu sou de Inglaterra, but da Inglaterra. And ends in A, so it's like easier to guess. Yeah? Then we have Italia. Yeah? Another A here. So eu sou da Itália. And China. Eu sou da China. And so on. Okay? If they are feminine plural, it's going to become das. Very good. And if they are masculine, de plus o will be do. So, eu sou do México. And in O, it is easier to guess. Eu sou do Japão. I am from Japan. Clear? Yes? If they are masculine plural, de plus os will become dos. Like the United States. Eu sou dos Estados Unidos. Eu sou dos Estados Unidos. Okay? I am from the United States of America. Alright? And you may be guessing, oh, but you said they plus as is das, but an example, islands. Yeah? When you say ilhas, automatically you have to say das ilhas. And the name of the island. So far, so good? Shall we move on? Let's have a look here. Responda a pergunta. We have 3 questions here for you, or I have, And I want you to, when I ask you the question, you answer. I want no, but you try to answer those questions, okay? And I can answer here for you. But anyway, we have the first one is de onde você é? De onde você é? De onde você é? Okay? And you would say eu sou de, do, da, dos, das. One of those five. Clear? De onde ele é? De onde ela é? Where is he, she from? Right? Let's talk about Pedro again. So, de onde Pedro é? Pedro é do Brasil. Oh, I forgot to give you. Brazil is masculine actually. Brazil ends in IL and it is masculine. Different from Portugal that ends in AL and it's neutral. So Brasil is do Brasil. De onde Pedro é? Pedro é, ele é do Brasil. Alright? And the third one here, de onde vocês são? Where are you from? Where are you guys from? De onde vocês são? Pay attention here. So, vocês, you guys, we have to reply with we. We are. Nós somos da Inglaterra, do Brasil, dos Estados Unidos, da China, etc. Alright? Now, let's do it again. But this time, I'll give you some places you may choose. We know already that Brazil is masculine, so it's o Brasil, the Brazil, o Brasil. So from Brazil it is do Brasil. Eu sou do Brasil. But now we have here Canadá, Chile, França, São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and Bahia. We also know São Paulo because I just gave you a while ago, and I told you that it is a city, but it is also the state, but it is neutral, okay? São Paulo. Eu sou de São Paulo, okay? So if I ask you, de onde você é? And let's suppose you chose Canada. What your answer would be? Eu sou do Canadá. Sorry, I didn't make any rules. I didn't break the rules. Canada ends in A, has this accent here, the acute accent, and somehow makes it masculine. O Canada. So from Canada it is do Canada. And you have lots of words in Portuguese that ends in A with the acute accent and make them masculine. For example, sofa in Portuguese is sofá, o sofá. Tea is chá, o chá. And we have lots of states in Brazil ending A with the acute accent. They are all masculine. Pará, o Paraná, o Ceará, etc. Okay, that's as far as I am concerned. Now, I asked about Peter. De onde Pedro é? Pedro é do Chile. If you said do Chile, you got it right. Chile is masculine. Alright? França. De onde Ana é? Ana é da França. It's in A and it is feminine. Very good. Have two more here. Rio de Janeiro. De onde vocês são? Where are you guys from? De onde vocês são? Nós somos do Rio de Janeiro. A city, yes, I know, it's the city Rio de Janeiro, but it is one of those exceptions. If you said do, because you saw here o, you got it right. If you didn't say, you said de, because I told you cities are neutral, yeah, most of them, you got it wrong. So, do Rio de Janeiro. Yeah? So, Rio de Janeiro is masculine. And then you have here last the state of Bahia. Yeah? De onde você é? Eu sou da Bahia. Ends in A, and it is feminine. Clear? I hope you got most of them right, but if you didn't, at least now you know the answer. Okay? Now, just some for curiosity here, Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. Rio means river. And Janeiro is the month of the year, one of the months of the year. So January. So it's river of January. Now, do you know why Rio de Janeiro is called Rio de Janeiro or Rio de Janeiro? Well, I did some research a while ago, and what I found out, one of the theories about it, there are always some theories, and some people may disagree, some people may agree, but we don't know for sure because we were not there. Anyway, I found out that Rio de Janeiro, Brazil was discovered by the Portuguese. Thank God they went there in 1500. And I don't know if thank God or not, because there were indigenous there, but that's another story. And they got there in Brazil in a place called Porto Seguro, which is in Bahia. It's a lovely place. I have been there twice. I love it to pieces. And they got there in Bahia. Who they met? They met the indigenous people. Okay? And there is lots of history about it, blah, blah, blah. And at some point, they decided to go back to their boats and go down the coast. And they got to what is called Guanabara Bay, which is part of the sea. They say it was January, at least this theory, and the Portuguese thought that the Guanabara Bay was a river. And then they decided to name that place. First of all, before you go there, remember when Brazil was discovered, they call it an island, okay? And then, yes, and how it went. And then, of course, they later on, going down, they found out it's huge. So they thought it was a river, and they named it Rio de Janeiro de São Sebastião. Rio de Janeiro of São Sebastian. That's what it says in the story. And I do believe it. Later on, they decided to change for some reason. They got rid of de São Sebastião and left the name being Rio de Janeiro, River of January. Some people may say, no, they have navigation tools. They wouldn't get that mistake of thinking that the sea was a river. Well, it was 1500. We didn't have the technology we have now. Of course, they had some technology there. So I do believe, they all the time got lost. They thought they were going to somewhere. They went to somewhere else. So it could be that they really thought it was a river, and it was January. And I believe this story to be true. And so I believe this story to be true. So Rio de Janeiro, that's why it's called Rio de Janeiro. All right, according to that theory. Cool. We are going to stop here. We are going to next slide in a second. I hope you are enjoying it. Go back, recap everything. Try to repeat as much as you can. Memorize as much as you can. And I'll see you in our next block. Time for revision. Revisão. Vamos conversar. Let's talk. Ready? Shall we? Olá, como vai? Eu estou bem, obrigado. E você? Eu estou muito bem, obrigado. Como está a sua família? Minha família está bem. E a sua? Muito bem, obrigado. Você tem irmãos? Sim, eu tenho um irmão. Quantos anos ele tem? Ele tem 25 anos de idade. De onde você é? Eu sou do sudeste do Brasil. Eu também. Você é casado? Sim, eu sou. E você? Sim, eu tenho 3 filhos. Legal. Até mais.
Tchau.
Foi um prazer. Até mais.